extend my warm welcome to our secretary, principal, vice principal, HODs, staff, and my dear students. May I request our beloved principal, Dr. S. Murugesan sir, to introduce our chief guest.
Thank you, Vijayashri. Good evening, one and all present here. Most respected today's guest, Mr. UDAYAKUMAR UMAPATHY, respected our secretary and correspondent in absence here, respected vice principals, respected head of the Department of Computer Science, Mrs. Vijayalakshmi, and other faculty members from Computer Science Department shifted to Computer Application Department shifted to, and then other faculty members and one and all. Here, I deem it is a pleasure to introduce Mr. UDAYAKUMAR UMAPATHY. He is working as a professor in Department of Computer Science, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram campus, Chennai. And he has 8 years of experience, both in teaching and industrial exposure. A highly motivated, versatile, and self-started. And then his area of specialization, bioinformatics, the machine learning, the programming, languages, and algorithms. And he has published many research articles, both the national and international level. And he is a good organizer of conferences and seminars, and he has also organized and participated in a number of faculty development programs. I am sure that we will be able to seek a little guidance and imbibe something from your thoughts. I am very happy to have such a personality in our midst. Thank you, one and all. Hello, Vijay?
Yes, sir. UDAYAKUMAR sir, may I request our chief guest, Mr. UDAYAKUMAR UMAPATHY, to conduct the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Principal Sir. First of all, I need to thank THIRU College who has invited me as a chief guest in the topic of Android application development. Thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me. So, without getting delay, let's start up with the session. I hope the screen is visible. My voice is audible. I think so. Okay, let's begin. Start up with what is Android application development. Nowadays, Android application development is widely very enlarged session in the company as well as in the academic purpose. Why it become very booms in the nowadays itself? Because of many of the peoples now they are using smartphones over here. They are using smartphones in terms of Android operating system and iOS operating system nowadays they are using. But most of the people are using Android application mobile phones, but they need to work along with the applications more customizable. For example, in earlier days, before the Android OS, before that, if you want to book any order, we have to go for the official website and we need to book something on that. But nowadays, there is an application available in our smartphone itself. We can directly book over the application. We can order some foods, or if you want to order some other items, you can able to order with the help of this Android application, especially on that. Okay, so coming back to the application development, in market we have a different kinds of application development, and we have an iOS application development, and we have an Android application development, and we have Windows application development, and we have web application development, and we have mobile marketing. So these are all the different kinds of application development with different operating systems, especially on that. I think am I audible? Hello? Okay, ma'am. Okay, fine. Okay, we have 5 deviations in application development. We have iOS, Android, Windows application development, and we have web application and mobile marketing. So iOS, we have different kinds of environment. It is worked on Mac operating system. Android application, we are going to learn from the scratch what is Android application, how to deploy an application. We are going to learn today. Then we have Windows application development. Windows application development is compatible for Windows operating system. If you are using Windows operating system, if you want to create an application, yes, you can able to develop Windows-based application product. Then we have mobile web application development. Now they are using React.js, Node.js, so MongoDB. We have different kinds of application. For the deployment process, they have different kinds of software nowadays they are using. They are using React.js, Node.js, MongoDB. We have different kinds of, in companies they are asking mean stack and merge stack development. Okay, these are all the comes under web application development. And coming back to the mobile marketing. So nowadays we are using that Amazon, Flipkart, eBay. These kinds of applications are comes under in mobile marketing. So in this deviations, we are going to learn what is Android application development. Ma'am, I think is my voice is clear, ma'am? Hello? Hello?
It's clear. Sir, it's clear only. You can continue, sir.
I think in the chat box it is too noisy. That's why I'm asking, ma'am. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay. So coming back to what is Android application development, we have to know what is Android, what are all the versions nowadays are using. So in today's agenda, we are going to learn about what is Android, what are all the versions, features, then how to deploy an application. These kind of things we are going to learn in the next 1 hour. So first, we need to know what is Android. Okay, so it's very easy. First of all, comparing with other operating system, Android is one of the most simpler kind of application because Android is a software package. Okay, so since it is a software package, we should not going to take some other codes in some other language. It is a software package and it is a Linux-based operating system. Okay, so since it is a Linux-based operating system, it is freeware, open source. There is no any paid version to download the Android application. It is full of free. Then Android is most compatible with the mobile devices, even in terms of tablet, smartphones. Nowadays, they are using Android application. It's a complete software package, and it is a Linux-based operating system. So initially, it was developed by Google, and it was later into OHA. OHA is nothing but Open Handset Alliances. So why it was transferred to OHA means, so the Google company has been developed this application, and this application they have been primarily concentration on the user point of view. They have been set this application to open source, so all the users they can able to download from the internet with free of cost. Okay. Then the next thing is from this Android, Java is the main one of the important code. Most important code is Java only. Even though some other languages are used, but primary code is nothing but your Java application. If you know a little bit of Java, so some basic things of Java, you can able to develop your application very easily on that. So even though some other languages, so Java is one of the most important thing in Android application. So finally, the main goal of the project Android application is if you want to develop some real world products, yes, you can able to develop some real world products using this Android application. Okay, next we can move on to the what are all the histories of Android. So the most important history is nothing about it was initially founded by Andy Rubin. So Andy Rubin is nothing but he is the one of the employee who is working in Android Incorporation. Android Incorporation is a company. So Andy Rubin is one of an employee. He is founded that Android is initially it was founded by Andy Rubin, and this company is located in Palo Alto, California, USA in 2003. So in 17th August 2005, Google has been acquired from Android Incorporation. So it was initially coined by Andy Rubin and Android Incorporation. 2005 it was taken over by Google. So the company Android Incorporation is also a subsidiary company of Google only. So not only Andy Rubin is developed the application, but he is a key employee, key developer for Android Incorporations. But some other people are working on they are developing the application. For example, we have Andy Rubin, Rich Miner, Chris White, Nick Sears. The same. So we have know what is Java was developed by Sun Microsystems, but it was initially coined by 5 members. We have James Costin, Patrick Norton, Ed Frank, Mike Shirrington, Chris White. The same thing, Android was initially founded by Andy Rubin, but it was developed in Android Incorporation. So not only Andy Rubin is contributed on the Android application, even though we have four different development kinds of employees. Andy Rubin, Rich Miner, Chris White, Nick CS. These are all the employees. They are going to develop this Android application. So initially, from the starting point of view, this Android operating system, it is mainly intended for camera purpose for smartphone only. Okay, for the first thing from the Android application, they were intended over the camera. Later it was moved on to some other purpose also. If you want to recording purposes, browsing purposes. But initially it was intended to camera. Later it was shifted to some other point of view also. But why it is named? Why it is named as Android? Because of Android is a nickname of Andy Rubin. Okay, from that Andy Rubin, they have been taken as A and D. Okay, and the co-workers, Rich Miner, Chris White, Nick CS, they are all the co-workers of Android Incorporation. Since the co-workers are loves of creating robots, so the language it is named as an Android. This is the primary issue of Android, especially Android. In 2007, Google has been announced. We have they have announced Android operating system. In 2008, okay, it was launched on HTC Mobile. This is the primary history of Android. Okay, I just repeat once again on that. It was initially coined by Andy Rubin, and he is a key company employee of Android Incorporation. Later, it was in 2005, it was acquired by Google, and Android Incorporation is also one of the subsidiary company of Google operations. So, since Andy Rubin is not alone develop this application, they have a key employees. We have Andy Rubin, Rich Miner, Chris White, Nick CS. These are all the key employees. They have been developed this Android Incorporation. Then it was initially intended. This Android operating system was for the first primary use. They have intended for camera. Later it was used for some other way, but initial version was intended for camera only. Then why it has been named as an Android? Because Andy Rubin. So Andy Rubin, the first three characters A and D, and the co-workers they have been loved on terms of robots. So they have been taken on the name. It is coined as an Android. In 2007, it was developed by Google, and the operating system has been launched by Google in 2007. In 2008, okay, HTC has been launched the first Android operating mobile system. This is all about the history of Android. Okay, the next thing is what are all the features available in Android. The first important feature is nothing but it is an open source. First of all, okay, you should not pay anything on that. You can able to download from the internet. It is free of cost since it is an open source. So why it is an open source means it is code behind it is an Linux operating system because it is an open source software first of all. Then the second important feature is you can customize as you wish. Since it is an Android platform, you can customize if you want to customize, if you want some ribbon options, everything on that. You can customize the Android platform as your requirements on that. Then we have lots of mobile applications. Nowadays we are using the consumer. It is in the form of education point of view. Mobile application is using for shopping. It is a different kinds of available. So we have a lots of mobile application that was created using this Android operating system. And the most important features is nowadays they are using weather prediction details. So weather details is the open screening, live RSS. So for example, if you want to go for live streamings or you're going to see some news channels in your YouTube channel, especially on that, yes, we can able to develop the live streaming application in Android itself because all the packages are available in this Android. So even though we have a different kinds of features are available, the most supporting features are we can able to create SMS and MMS type of application. Then we can create some web browsers, storages. Okay, via Android they have a separate storage called SQLite. For example, if you're using PHP, there is a backend application called MySQL. So if you want to connect Java with SQL, the same thing. Android they have a separate storage called SQLite. You can directly connect your Android application over this SQL application. Then we have some connectivity application. Yes, you can able to connect Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, CDMA, GSM. So if you want to connect some media devices, handset layouts, all these things we can able to. One second. Okay, sorry, ma'am. I have some network issue. Sorry.
Okay,
So
sir.
we have
Okay.
different kinds of connectivity. Okay, ma'am. We have different kinds of connectivity application. Even though we are using GSM, CDMA, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. So we have a lots of packages and streaming services are available in Android itself. These are all the main features of Android. Then coming back to the versions, we have started from alpha version, beta version, but in Google, in Android incorporation, they have separated different names. So each and every names are on the form of desert varieties. For example, A and B are testing version. Okay. So even though testing version, Android incorporation have coined a different name. So A for angel cake and B for Battenberg, C for cupcake and D for donut. So all the Android versions are in the form of desert flavors. Okay. So E for regular, F for froyo, gingerbread, honeycomb, ice cream sandwiches, jelly bean, Kit Kat, lollipop, marshmallow, nougat, Oreo. So if next all the Android versions are in the form of alphabetical order. So the next version will be 5. Okay, you already know what is 5 versions. Then coming back to the next version is Android 10. Okay, they have been stopped the naming as an alphabet. They have been converted into numeric format. It's an Android 10 versions. So which operating system is most supportable for the upcoming Android applications? Nothing but your KitKat and Lollipop. Most probably, if you have a Lollipop version, you can able to work in the upcoming versions also, because Lollipop is the most basic and compatible versions to the upcoming Android applications also. These are all the Android versions nowadays we are using, but the current version is Android 10. But now we are using Android 5 in the most of smartphones, especially on them. Even though some users they are using Android 10, but 80% of users, 80% of users they are using Android 5. Okay, the next thing is most important thing, something but your Android architecture. So what is mean by this Android architecture? It's nothing but so only the user they can view only this application part. Okay, but the user they can't know what is happening behind this application. But we need to know what all the things is happening. Means the first thing is Linux kernel. Okay, we have you can move on from the bottom to top. So what is mean by this Linux kernel? Means since Android is a software platform, but it is based on Linux operating system. Okay, the Linux operating system, it is the background kernel for your Android OS. So this Linux kernel contains all the drivers. Okay, for example, if you are using camera, okay, in a smartphone, there is a special driver called camera driver. If you are using Wi-Fi, yes, we have a different Wi-Fi driver. And we have audio, we are using some music for your smartphone. Yes, there is special driver in your. All the driver applications are available in your Linux kernel. This is the most important thing. Okay. The next thing is nothing but your libraries. Okay. So what does mean by libraries? Means so if you want to connect your Android operating system to some other library. For example, I need to connect my Android to databases. Yes, Android they have a separate database called SQLite. Okay. No. If I want to connect with networking packages, yes, you can able to connect with SSL secure socket layer. No, I need to connect with direct with YouTube. Yes, we have media frameworks. Okay, no, I need to connect with OpenGL. Yes, can able to connect openly. I want to know some free type version. What is free type means? Font. If you want to change your font color, font name. So if you want to add different kinds of fonts in your Android application, yes, you can able to use in these libraries. So libraries are the separate files that are available over here. If you want to add in the libraries in your Android application, you can able to add. So what is the libc? Nothing but library function of C language. If you want to add some library function, yes, you can able to add this library functions in there. Then the right side part is the most important part, Android runtime. Okay. So in this Android runtime, they contain two important things. One is your core libraries, another one is your Dalvik virtual machine. Okay. You already know Java, they have own runtime. So the runtime is nothing but JVM, Java virtual machine. Okay. So what is the main role of this virtual machine? Means they are going to deploy your application. That's it. Okay. For example, if you're buying a new smartphone in a shop or in an online, okay, the first step you need to switch on the mobile. You just switch on the mobile. Okay, switch on the home screen will be open. Okay, then once you open the Play Store, you're trying to install WhatsApp. Okay, but it is not installed successfully because why? Because they need to enable the unknown resource settings in your application. Why? Because since you're buying new smartphone, this DVM Dalvik virtual machine is disabled in your smartphone. Once you enable the unknown resource settings in your application, it will enable your Dalvik virtual machine. This is the most important thing. So Android, they have a separate virtual machine called Dalvik virtual machine. So Java, they have a separate virtual machine, the separate runtime, and Android, they have a separate runtime. So in Java, we are using Java virtual machine. Android, we are using Dalvik virtual machine. So runtime plays a major role in your Android architecture. The next thing is nothing but your application framework. Okay, what is the role of this application framework? Means they will manage what is happening behind the application. For an example, we have a different kinds of manager, activity manager, window manager, content manager, content provider, view, location, everything on that. For example, the most important framework manager, but your notification manager. So even though if you are using smartphone, lots and lots of notifications are available here. Okay, so these kinds of notification, it was managed only on your application framework. Okay, only this notification manager, they will give an access to your mobile phone what kind of notification you want to do. So these kind of things will be appeared in the notification manager. The next thing is your location manager. Location manager is nothing but they will track your current location. These kind of things. If you are using Google Maps, you should compulsory enable location. These kind of managing applications are available in your framework. At last, this application. So only the user, they can view only this application. They can able to view contacts, phone, WhatsApp, everything on that. But they have not know what is happened behind this application. This is the main important architecture. You can see one by one what is the role. The first thing is Linux kernel. Okay, as I said before, Linux kernel is nothing but it is your heart of your Android architecture. Okay, so even though Linux is an Linux presents a major play a major role in your Android application. They have been responsible for all the drivers, especially device drivers, power management, memory management, lots of resources. It was managed by Linux kernel. Then is your libraries. So as I said before, if you want to add databases, C runtime, WebKit, OpenGL, networking applications, media applications, this kind of things are available in your native libraries. Then is your Android runtime. Android, they have a different kinds of runtime called Dalvik virtual machine. Okay, so since Java they have a JVM, Android they have a different separate runtime called Dalvik virtual machine. So all the applications are deployed in this DVM application. The next thing is your framework. So the framework plays a major role in your application. Why? Because so as I said before, it is a manager. Since all the APIs, it was managed by Android framework. For example, if you have any user interface problem, it was managed by framework only. Then if you have any API problem, any content location problem, it was managed by Android framework. So this Android framework, they will managed all the things, especially in this framework. At last, the user they can view only this application, but the user they can't able to rectify the problem only because the user they can only view the application. They have not know what is happened behind the process. So this is all about your Android architecture. Okay, so the next thing is nothing but we can see some practical oriented once I complete this core building block. Okay, I just say what is what in this core building block. You can move on to the practical application now. Okay, so what is this Android core building block? See, even though Android is a software package, it contains lots of codes available here. Okay, for example, we have an activity, indent, services, broadcast receiver, content provider. So we have lots of things are available. For example, consider this: you have a NetBeans software. Okay, so once you create a Java application, Java project, then you have a SRC folder. Okay, the SRC folder which will contain all the Java files. So then, if you are using any jar file, yes, there is separate folder. So all the piece of codes, all the type of codes are available in the separate NetBeans project file. The same thing. So Android, it is also a core building block. Okay, why it is a core building block? So Android contains two type of designs. For example, I just want to show that screen. Okay, for example, so once you design the application, okay, consider this is your design. This is your smartphone. You are going to design application. For example, your login screen, your user ID, and your password. Then there is a button called login button. So we have a button called login button. So this design it was happened created by XML. Okay. So all the design. So if you want to design an application, the design process will be done only in XML. Okay. The coding process. Once you create an application, if you want to move on to the code part is nothing but your Java. As I said before, so Android, most of the codes are available in Java. Okay, even though we are using Kotlin nowadays. Okay, so you can able to create an application Android with Java or Android with Kotlin. So these are all the most important things. So these are all the most important things are available in the core building blocks. Okay, so even though we have different kinds of files are available, we can see one by one once you open the file on them. Okay, we just know the design part will be done in XML and the coding part will be done in Java. These are all the important things in Android core building block. We can see the core building block in one by one in our tool itself. Okay, so what are all the tools are available to deploy an application, to create an Android application? Okay, we can see these are all the development tools nowadays we are using. We have number one is your Android Studio. Okay, so next is your ADB Android Debug Bridge, and number three is your AVD Manager, and four is your Eclipse Android Development Tools. Okay, this number four is the basic thing if you want to create an Android application. So now I'm going to use this ADT only. Okay, then is your Fabric. So these are all the important things. Even though different kinds of development tools are now available out there. For example, okay, consider this. You know what is meant by Ionic development. Okay, Ionic development is most customizable thing. So using, you can go and check in Google Ionic web development, Ionic mobile development process. So everything will be happened in a single click itself. Okay, we should not code anything on that. So you can able to customize your application with the mouse itself. You should not code anything in Ionic development. Okay, so we have a number of applications called Android Studio. Android Studio, if you want to create some real world application, yes, you can able to create this Android Studio. So now we are going to use this Eclipse Android development tools. Okay, I'm going to start this tool. One second, I'll start my screen. Okay, one second. Okay, So this is all about your interfaces. So how does happen? You can see one by one. So this is what your interface. Generally your Eclipse ADT. I already installed in my computer. Just shown in my screen. Okay, this is all about your ADT bundle. You can go and download. You can go and download with Google with the help of Eclipse ADT. It will download in the folder format. So once you open the folder, it contains 3 files. Okay, one is 2 folders and one SDK manager. So what is this SDK? The most important thing. Okay, so the Java, they have a separate developer kit called Java developer kit. Okay, Java, we know about what is JDK 6, JDK 7. So the same thing, Android, they have a SDK software developer kit. Okay, so in this software developer kit, it contains all types of libraries, configurations, packages, all the things are available in this SDK folder. Okay, if you want to create an application, you need to move on to this Eclipse. Okay, so in this Eclipse, it contains these are all the folders are available here. So now I'm going to select this Eclipse application icon. Okay, so what are all the pre-installation for this Eclipse for this Android? Means you should have installed Java 7 and above. The most important thing, you're supposed to install your JDK Java version 7, JDK 7. After that, you need to extract this folder. Okay, once you open the folder, wait 1 second. Wait. So once you open this application, it will look like this. It is an Android developer tools. So this is all about your workspace. So what do you mean by workspace? Means if you are creating your project, if you want to store the project in your local drive, yes, you can able to choose this workplace. I already they have a default location. I just go over here. I think already it is open. Once I already opened the project. Okay, it's the same thing. It will not open multiple times. So this is all about the interfaces. Okay. Now I'm going to create a new login project. Now, how it is possible means it is very easy. File, new, other. Why I am choosing other option means, for example, you're frequently using, if you're frequently using Android application project, so the option is available here. Okay. So once I select file, new and other. So if this Android application project is not available in this window, you have to select other option. Okay, so once you click on other option, we have a different kinds of files are available here. Okay, now we are going to choose Android application project. Once you click on this Android application project, you need to click next button. Okay, so once you click on the next button, it will open the new window called new Android application. Okay, we have 3 different kinds of text boxes. We have an application name, we have project name, and we have package name. Okay, so you can go and check in your mobile. All the applications are starts in uppercase. Okay, you can go and check WhatsApp, W will be in uppercase. Facebook, F will be in uppercase. Instagram, I will be in uppercase. So all kinds of applications will be starts in, initially it will start in uppercase. If you type in lowercase, it won't, does not contain any error, but the naming conversions is all the application will be starts in uppercase only. So now I'm going to create the project name as, so for example, so TNC project. Okay, my application name is TNC project. Once you type the application name, it will automatically create the project name and the package name. Okay, you should not going to change, it will automatically create it. Then it is all about your, next thing is about your minimum SDK. So what is this minimum SDK? You have already learned about what all the Android versions are available here. Okay, so your application will be work from which versions. So I'm going to choose from, for example, from Honeycomb till the last version in this operating system, in this software, it is Jelly Bean. Okay, using this Jelly Bean version, you can compatible with Pi versions also. Okay, because Jelly Bean is also support the maximum of Pi version. So you can choose your target SDK as 4.2, Android 4.2, and it is compiled with Android 4.2. Okay, so we have a different kinds of theme. We have a dark, light. So I'm going to choose light and dark. Once you complete this once you complete this application, you need to click next button. Okay, so this is all about your activity launcher icon. So your project will be saved under in this folder. Okay, then it will automatically create one icon. Okay, automatically create one icon. It will automatically create one activity. So don't confuse about the activity. Activity is nothing but your Java file. Okay, activity is nothing but a Java file. So it will automatically create a Java file, and it automatically create a project folder, and it automatically create a launching icon. Okay, once I click the next button, so this is all about your icons. Okay, default these are all the icons are available. If you are having any icons, you can browse. You can click browse button, and you can add the icon. It's your wish. You can able to add. But I'm going to choose only this default icon. This is all about your scaling. How the icon should be. It should be in center format. The icon shape should be square or circle. It's your wish. Okay, I just click next button. See, this is all about your activity. So activity contain blank activity, full screen, login activity, master detail flow, settings activity. So I am going to choose blank activity. Why I am going to choose blank activity means, so I am not have any idea about my design. Okay, so if you have any idea about your design, if you are doing login project, you can select login activity. If you are using full screen layout, you can choose full screen activity. So I'm going to choose blank activity, and I click next button. Okay, so once I click next button, it will automatically create two files. One is your activity main, other thing is your main activity. So what is this activity main? What does this main activity means? So main activity is nothing but your Java file. Okay, so activity file is nothing but your design file, XML file. So don't get confused. Your design part will be created using XML, and your coding part will be done in Java. Okay, your design part will be in the name as activity underscore main dot XML. Your design part will be done in XML, and your coding part will be done in main activity in Java format. Okay, once I click finish button, one second, it will take some time to load. Okay, so I have created a new file. See, one second, and I will just open the file. So this is all about your app launcher icon. Okay, this is all about your window icon. You're going to work default contain one label box. Just remove the label box. So my project name is TNC underscore project. It will automatically create a project file. So see this, your design part will be done in XML. Okay, so I have not know what is XML, how to design this application. So this kind of queries you can able to ask, but you should not type any XML code here. Okay, the XML code is automatically created in the backend, in the background process. You need to customize as you wish. Okay, for example, if I'm going to do login application, okay, you can select these tools, you can pick over here. That's it. You should not type any XML code. You have to drag and drop the icon here. It will automatically create the XML code. Okay, so we can explain this project, what all the folders are available here. Okay, so the first folder is your my project name is TNC project. SRC is nothing but your source folder. Okay, so from this source folder, it contains the Java file. See this, we have a package and we have a Java file. It is always all about same as your NetBeans itself. So SRC is nothing but your source folder. Under the source folder, it contains package, and then is your Java file. Okay, the next thing is your generated file. So what is the generated file? It means it is all about your configuration file. Okay, so all the Android configuration file will be available in generated Java file folder in the form of R. So R is nothing but your configuration file. Okay, then your version, what are the dependencies? So what is your minimum SDK, target SDK? These are all contained in your dependency folder. Then your asset, if you are going to add any things in your some other codes in your Android application, you can able to add. This is your bin icon. Okay, so what is this main use of this bin icon means? So generally, your app will be in the form of .apk format. You know already about that. So once you deploy the application, it will automatically create the APK file. So this APK file will be stored in your bin folder. So there is no APK file because I have not deployed any application now. I just create a project. Once you deploy the application, it will automatically create the APK file. It will be stored in the bin res something but resource folder. Okay. Then your library files. Okay, it's all about your library files. Then is your resource file. So resource is nothing but if you want to add images, some other things if you want to add, yes, you can able to add. Okay, so the next thing is your layout. Once you expand this folder once again, okay, see the layout file. This is all about your layout file. The design process will be in the name of activity underscore main. You can able to change your name as you wish. Okay. Then if you want to create menus, you can able to create. If you want to pass any value, you can able to pass. Okay. The next thing is your manifest. So manifest is nothing but it is a configuration from if you are going to view any if your application in the form of SMS file. If you want to send SMS from one mobile phone to another mobile phone. If you want to send MMS to one mobile phone to another mobile phone, you need to configure. So this type of configuration will be done in this Android manifest.xml. So these are all the most important folders are available. These are all the core building blocks are available in this Android application. Okay. So in this, now we are going to develop one login application. It's very easy. So it contains different kinds of widgets. Now see this, we have form widgets, text widgets, layout, composite, image media, time and date, transition. So for example, in form widgets, it contains all the basic property files, basic property tools in form widgets. For example, basic form widget, if you are using a label box, buttons, checkbox, all the things are available in this form widgets. Okay, buttons, everything will be available here. If you are using rating icon, yes, yeah, all the things are available. So text fields is nothing but your text boxes. So text boxes, we have a short text box, we have a long text box, we have a password text box, we have numeric text box, then we have email text box. So we have different kinds of text boxes are available here. If you are using multi-line text, for example, if you want to store any address, you can able to use. See, once you click on drag and drop over here, it will automatically add. It will automatically create XML code also. Okay. So now I'm going to create one login application. So for that, I'm going to use label box. See, these are all the label box. I'm going to drag and drop the medium text, medium label here. Okay. If you want to change the caption of this label, you need to right click on the label, just move on to edit text. Okay, you just type I'm going to create login project. Okay. And everything on that. Okay, just next thing is your text field. I'm going to take it as second text box, username, password box. Okay, so I have not know whether it is this text box is related to username or password. For that, I need to use edit int. Okay, edit int is nothing but so once you deploy the application, it will show enter username. Okay, once you click on the text box, the text will automatically disappear. It is all about your edit int option. So I'm going to type it as enter int. So enter username. Okay, the next thing is enter password. So it is created. Once you deploy this application, you just click on the username text box, the text will automatically disappear. Okay, why I'm not using this edit text? Okay, using this edit text, it will fix the caption of the text box. Okay, so I don't need caption, I need only hint. Once I deploy the application, if the users click the text box, the entire username is automatically disappear. This is all about your edit hint. The next thing is nothing but your in your form widgets, I'm going to take a button because login. Okay. Login. I'm going for edit text. See this. I'm going to change the caption. Edit text. So login is my caption. Okay. So that's it. We have done the design part. Okay. So where the coding is created, you can see in the activity underscore main.xml. See the coding, it is automatically created. Just consider this. Text view is nothing but your label. Okay. The name of the label is login project. Then edit text is nothing but your first text box, username. Second edit text is nothing but your password text box. Third is nothing but button. Once you drag and drop the tools in your launcher, in your working area, it will automatically create the XML file. Okay, you should not type any code here. Okay, you can ask, sir, what is this request focus? Okay, once you deploy the application, the cursor will be automatically appear in the username. You can see this, that cursor mark will be appear in the entire username. Okay, so if you want to use some appearances in your text, you need to click on this login project. Okay, once you click on the login project, you can change it in code. If you want to coding part, if you want to change in coding part, you can just double click on the tool, just enter. See, your bold, italic, underline will be available in your text style. TXT, yes. Once you press 5 characters, press Control space. It will give a suggestion, this text style, and then Control space. It will automatically give suggestion normal, bold, or italic, and just select bold. Okay, the text box will automatically in the bold format. You can see this. See, the text will be in the bold format. So this is all about your design part. The next thing is your coding part. Okay, you just know what all the IDs are available here. Why you are using coding part here means the user, they need to press username, they need to enter username and password. After that, they need to click the login button. Okay, so they need to validate whether this is the right user or not. Okay, these kind of things are going to do some coding in the Java file. So for that thing, I'm going to use, see, the first ID will be, see, edit text 1. Second ID will be your edit text 2. Okay, in VB.NET, the name has text box 1, text box 2, text box 3. The same in Android, the name will be edit text 1, edit text 2. Okay, the button will be in the name as button 1. Okay, we're going to do coding only on these 3 tools, the 2 text boxes and the button. Okay, so how we are going to create the code? It is very easy. As I said before, all the Java files are available in the SRC folder. Okay, once you open the main activity Java file, see, this is all about your main activity file. These are all the default codes are available here. Okay, the first line is nothing but it's a package. You already know in Java, so all the packages are available here. Okay, these are all the packages. Then, as usual, if you want to create class, the class will be automatically created. Your class name and file name should be same. These are all the default codes. So now we're going to check. Now we're going to do some login activity, login authentication here. Okay, so as I said before, we're going to use only 3 tools. What are the tools? Text boxes and button. Okay, the text box name in Android is nothing but your edit text. See, edit text. That's it. Okay, edit text space. I have 2 text boxes. Okay, I'm going to give name as E1 and E2. You can say, sir, what is this edit text? Edit text is nothing but it is a class. Okay, E1, E2 are the objects. The next thing is your button E1. Okay, see, if you have thrown these type of error, see, there is an error in the button. Okay, what type of error means? Button is a class. Okay, contain some important packages. So once you touch the button icon, so once you place the cursor on that, it will automatically open the pop-up windows. See this? You need to click import button. That's it. The error will automatically disappear. Okay, in Java, we have a 3 important thing. The first thing is your declaration. We have done the declaration. Okay, I have 2 text boxes and 1 button. I done my declaration part. Then second thing is your reference part. You need to refer your XML with Java. How it is possible means it's very easy. Your reference should be done in this on create. So what does this on create means? On create, it is what I'm saying. It's similar to your main function in Java. Okay. So what I'm going to create in this, I am going to map my XML with Java. Okay, it's very easy. My object name is first object name is E1. Okay, E1 is equal to, so this E1 is comes under which class? Edit text. So edit text. So find view by ID r dot id dot edit text one. So edit text one is nothing but the username ID name. Okay, it's all about your first name. Sir, what is this find view by ID? What is this r? What is this ID? Okay, see, if you want to map your XML with Java, you need to use find view by ID. So find view by ID is a method name. Okay, so this method, how it is going to be mapped with the help of R. Okay, R is nothing but your configuration file. From the configuration, I'm going to take only the ID. Okay, dot ID. My ID name is edit text one. So I have done the first text box. Similar to you have done second text box. E2 is equal to edit text find view by ID r dot id dot edit text 2. Next button B1 is equal to button find view by ID r dot id dot button 1. Okay, so I have done declaration and reference part. Okay, so till now, if you have any doubts, you can ask in the chat box, please. I think it is clear. I think so. You can have the queries on the query session at the end of the session. Okay, we have done the declaration and the reference part. The next thing is we need to validate whether my username and password are correct. Okay, we are not going to map the database because since it is a 1 hour session, so we are going to map the databases. I'm going to validate whether my username and password is correct or not. Okay, it's very easy. You need to create a method in your design part. Okay, where means once you double click your button, okay, at the end of the code, you need to type on click. My caption, my function name will be login. Okay, the same thing, the same caption, the same casing, you're going to create a method. So it's very easy. See this. I'm going to create a method called public just once again, I just stop my screen and share once again. I have some problem. Once again. Okay, I hope it is visible now. So the same thing, I'm going to create a method called public void login view B. See, generally in Android application, the same thing you want to create this method also. So you need to specify your access specifier. Yeah. Whether your function will be in public mode or private mode or vector mode. Second thing is your default return type, whether it is an integer or void. I'm going to use void type. Then it is my function name. Okay, I'm going to pass view as a parameter. Why? It means so once the user is click the button, it will do some calculation part. For that, I'm going to use view button. So there is an error in the view button. In the view text, once I click on that, you can click the input view. Okay. So the next thing is an important code. What is this important code? Means as I said before, contain two parameters. So two objects E1 E2. So you can't able to validate from the objects. You need to convert into string type. Okay. So for that, I'm going to declare two variables. E1 is nothing but username equal to E1 dot get. One second. It will take some time to load. Get text dot to string. This is all about your first. Why I'm going to convert this means E1 and E2 are the object type. Okay. We need to convert this object type into string type. So for that, I'm going to create a local variable called string U1. U1 is nothing but username. I'm going to only get the text from the E1 object. I'm going to convert it into string format. The same thing. The next string PWB is nothing but password. E2 dot text dot to string. That's it. We have done. We have converted from object into local variable type. Now we are going to validate. Okay, it's very easy. If your username dot equals. Okay, so I'm going to fix the content. I'm not going to validate databases. Okay, if my username and pwd dot equals, so INDRA. Okay, this is all about my first condition. If my username is equal to Udaya, so in my first text box, my username should be Udaya. At the same time, my password is Indra. So I'm using AND operator. It should satisfy both the conditions. My username is also Udaya, my password is also Indra. So if both the things are in correct format, they need to show the messages. Okay. So generally, the message in your smartphone, you can see the message in the black color in the bottom center icon. Okay, same thing. The message in the form of toast message. Okay. In Java, you're going to learn that in the your data message boxes. The same thing in Android, you're going to call it as a toast message. Okay. Toast dot make text. Okay. So from this make text, we have 5 different kinds of things. The last thing is okay, you can leave that. So what is get application, get base, get application, get parent? Once you given this get application context, it will, if your project contain 5 different kinds of design and 5 different kinds of Java file. Okay. For that thing, you need, if your message will be communicated to all the files, you need to use get base get application context. If your application will be used from one application to another, one file to another file, you have to use get base context. Okay. Only in this file, you need to use get application. What is get parent means? So for example, I have a home screen, I have a registration screen. Sorry, I have a registration login screen. The communication will be that means you have to use get parent. Now I'm going to use get application context, my text message. So login successful. So my duration will be, so my message duration. So toast dot length long. Why is it generally it is a naming convention? So if the character, if the string is, it will be in all in uppercase, means it is a constant format. Okay, we should not change everything on that. It is a constant dot show. That's it. Okay, the next thing is else if. The same thing, I'm going to copy this code. Let's copy this code. This the code will be if the user is not entered anything, straight away there is one click login button, means they will show the message that's all fields or last fields. we have done this project. It's very easy. So how we are going to deploy the application? It's more important thing. First, you need to create that device manager. Okay. So how it is going to be created? Means in your toolbox, it contains the fifth icon. Okay. It is nothing but Android SD key manager. Once you click on that icon, I think it is not configured. You can move on to the virtual device manager. I think it is already configured. So I have already configured with some other devices. Okay. So if I want to configure with the new device, I just click on this new button. Okay. New button. My AVD is nothing but Android virtual devices. If you know emulator, okay, now we are using smartphones to deploy the application. If you want to deploy an application in your PC, you need to use emulator. For emulator configuration, you need to use this Android virtual device. So my AVD name is nothing but PNC. So my AVD name. So my devices. Okay, this is all about system configuration. Now I am going to use Nexus 7. So target is 4.2. I'm going to, my internal will be 100 MB per second. Okay. So once I click OK, why I'm giving less internal means this application is maximum of 100 GB to 200 GB only. Okay. So once you've done this, so it will automatically add in the launcher in the tray box. So once you click on that icon and click start. Okay. So they will ask the emulator size. Default is 800 120 1280. Just click launch icon. That's it. The emulator will start. It takes some time to load. Okay. So this is all about your Android application project. So I have to show some of the things in the browser. 1 second, I just want to show. Okay, if you are using more customizable thing, I know, sir, I want to deploy an application. For that, you need to use 1 second. Firebase. So this is the most important APIs now. The Google has been launched. It was launched a year ago. So in this firebase.google.com, I think it's still visible. I think it's visible. Okay, so this Firebase is containing all the packages available here. Okay, if you want to go on to some, see, if you want to build some application, if you want to configure, everything will be in this Firebase application. Okay, if you are going to learn some more resources about Android, you can move on to this website. It's very easy. So Java T point Android. So in this website, they have been created each and every project. For example, see, we have emulator, widgets, everything on that. It will be available here. If you are beginners, you can learn from website. See, all the types of projects are available here. Okay, it is very easy to learn. All the projects are more simple. If you know something about Java, you can be able to develop this application. Okay. I think the emulator takes some time. I just want to change the emulator. Okay. Okay, the emulator has some time to load. If you have any queries, you can ask in the chat box. Yes. Yes, if you have any queries, you can ask. I think I need to cover databases also, but it is one last session. We can't able to cover each and everything over here, because Android is nothing but this a full complete material. Okay, in Android you're going to learn what is indentation, how to connect activities, how to send SMS, MMS. So we have lots and lots of things are available in Android. Okay, so we can't able to know, can't able to learn within 1 hour. So from these resources in this Java 3.0 website, you can learn something. No, you cannot something. You can learn many things from this Java 3.0 website. Okay, it's very easy comparing with other languages. Java, Android, one of the most simplest language, most simplest way of creating application. If you are using a current final year students or M.SC students, you want to develop application, yes, you can able to create a project in this kind of user Android Studio. Okay. It is all the most important, easiest language. So the company is asking about mobile application development here. So these are all the things you can able to learn from this process. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can ask now. Yes. I think the emulator is getting time, and it is getting time to load. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Yes. Ma'am, they have asked any doubts in the chat box, ma'am?
No, sir.
Okay, if they are asked, I just shared the resources also, so they can easily learn from these resources, Firebase and Android Studio, Java 3.0 website. So if you are an expert level, you can learn from Firebase application. Firebase is a cloud storage application. You can learn from the scratch using Firebase also. Okay, ma'am, I done my presentation here. If a student is asking any doubt, you can let me know for that, ma'am.
If you have any queries, you can post in the chat box. Okay, sir, shall we end the session, sir?
Yes, ma'am. No issues, ma'am. You can.
May I request Mrs. Lavanya ma'am to propose vote of thanks?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, it's audible.
Yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As all good things come to an end in life, so is the webinar. On behalf of Computer Application Department Shift 2, I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this webinar organized by our institution. At the outset, I thank our resource person, Mr. UDAYAKUMAR, Assistant Professor, SRM University, Ramapuram. We are really enlightened by your knowledge sharing experience, sir. We are thankful to our management and our secretary, MGE Chellapalam, for their motivation. I would like to thank our principal, Dr. S. Murugesan, and our vice principals, Dr. K.C. Lalitambiga and Professor Asetambi, for their enthusiastic support. As a special thanks to the organizing committee, teaching staff and non-teaching staff for their unflinching support and coordination. Our heartfelt thanks to our students who have participated in this webinar. With this warm words and a kind message, we move to the end of this today webinar. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much. Udaya sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, shall I leave or else I have to wait? If you're
I
asking
think
any
we'll be
question, I
ending this
can.
live session.